care what you say. I'm going to win Tommy back.
It's too bad you didn't think of that before you started acting like a Looney Tune.
He's my son.
You might as well get it into your head. I'm Tommy's mother now.
I'm Judge Robert J. Franklin. I chose the law as my way of serving my fellow citizens. As an elected judge in the family court, I pray each day that God will give me the wisdom to always temper justice with mercy.
What you are about to see is a dramatization of an actual case in family court. Because of the emotional and sensitive nature of the issues presented here, Judge Franklin's courtroom is closed to the public. The proceedings are about to begin.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
You may be seated, thank you. All right, Miss Page.
Your Honor, Barbara Lawrence is petitioning for custody of her 3-year-old son, Tommy. Contesting her petition is her former husband, Dr. James Lawrence. Also presenting evidence today will be Dr. Geraldine Parks and Dr. Lawrence's fiancée, Miss Kelly Andrews.
All right, thank you, Miss Page. Ms. Martin, have you an opening statement for the court?
Yes, Your Honor. Tommy Lawrence has been in his father's care for 2 years. In that time, he has been repeatedly ignored and abandoned. His health has been neglected, and he was even kidnapped by one of Dr. Lawrence's psychiatric patients. Dr. Lawrence is simply unfit to take care of a young child, and custody should be awarded to his mother, who has the time, the interest, and the love to properly care for her son in safety.
Very well, thank you, Counselor. Mr. Tate?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Since Ms. Martin did not represent Barbara Lawrence during her divorce 2 years ago, she might not know why Mrs. Lawrence was denied custody of Tommy. Barbara Lawrence was a disturbed, violent, and dangerous woman who was forcefully removed from the courtroom when she started shouting threats and obscenities at the other witnesses, the presiding judge, and even her own attorney. But now Barbara Lawrence is back again in a different courtroom. But is she different? Has she changed? Has there been some sudden miraculous transformation? No. Barbara Lawrence is still the same irrational, unbalanced woman who was a threat to herself and to others that she was 2 years ago. Her son, Tommy, can never be safe with her. He belongs in the stable, loving care of his father.
Thank you, Mr. Tate. Call your first witness, please, Ms. Martin.
I call Barbara Lawrence.
Very well. Mrs. Lawrence, let me remind you that you have been sworn in at the beginning of this hearing. As you testify, you will be testifying under oath. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Go ahead, Counselor.
Mrs. Lawrence, would you tell us why you're in court today?
Well, I love Tommy, and I just want what every mother wants, the chance to raise my son.
It has been suggested that you've had episodes of emotional, even violent behavior. Is there any truth to that?
Well, I did have some problems 2 or 3 years ago, but that was because of what Dr. Parks diagnosed as a hormonal imbalance.
Could you explain that?
Well, apparently I was suffering from a severe case of PMS, premenstrual syndrome. It started after Tommy was born. I began noticing a real change in myself, especially around the time of my periods. I would burst out crying or start to scream for no good reason. But Dr. Parks later explained to me that giving birth can alter a woman's body chemistry, throwing everything out of whack.
Is your PMS under control now?
Yes. I've been taking the medication that Dr. Parks prescribed for over a year now, and I feel fine. There used to be times when I would feel, I don't know, overwhelmed, like everything was against me. But now I realize that that wasn't me, it was the imbalance going on in my body. But I feel fine now. But what I'm worried about is the care that Tommy is getting with James and Kelly. He's only 3 years old, and he needs his mother.
What have you seen of Tommy's life with his father and Kelly?
Well, it just seems that every time I go to pick Tommy up for the weekend, that something is wrong. Like 2 months ago, I found him on the couch, burning up with a fever. And James was in his office with a patient, and Kelly was in the middle of one of her aerobics workouts. Neither one of them had even taken his temperature. So I took him to the doctor, and it turned out he had a strep throat.
What did James say when you told him this?
He was upset because I had taken Tommy to the emergency room instead of waiting until Monday to take him to the pediatrician, because he couldn't get his courtesy discount on the bill.
Was there anything else that happened that made you have second thoughts about Tommy living with his father?
Oh, there were a lot of things. But I think the worst was the kidnapping.
Tell us about that, please.
Well, it was last month. I came for Tommy, and nobody could find him. And the police finally found him 3 hours later at the zoo with one of James's patients, a Mrs. Babcock. And it turned out that she had lost her 3-year-old in a car accident. I mean, she could have left the city with him, or even the state. It was then that I realized I had to get Tommy out of that house.
Are you capable of taking care of Tommy?
Yes, I am. Absolutely, I am. My life is back to normal now. I have a good job that allows me to work at home. I mean, I would be able to spend the whole day with Tommy. And I have missed him so much. All I'm asking for is just a chance to give Tommy the love and attention that he deserves. Something that James and Kelly just don't seem to have time for.
No further questions.
Very well. Cross-examine, Mr. Tate.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Hello, Barbara. It's good to see you again. I am very glad to hear that your abusive and violent behavior was not your fault. Your body made you do it. Isn't that right?
Not exactly.
Oh, excuse me. You actually said that it was Tommy's fault, didn't you?
No, Mr. Tate. What I said, that it was after Tommy was born that I
you
started...
began to act in an abusive and violent manner. Barbara, maybe it's just that you don't like kids.
You know, you are just like James. You know what buttons to push. But you're not going to do it to me this time, Mr. Tate. You are not.
Oh, excuse me, yes. James was to blame. I forgot. Barbara, do you ever take responsibility for anything?
Of course I do.
But not for any of the violent actions that have happened over the last 3 years, huh?
I was a victim of PMS.
Yes, of course you were. But if you were normal and rational for the last year, why is it that you were throwing Kelly Andrews against her refrigerator door?
My 3-year-old son had just been kidnapped.
Oh, yes, of course. And your ex-husband was taking rational measures to contact the police.
It was her fault. She was supposed to be watching Tommy, and she wasn't.
Is that your excuse, Barbara?
I was terrified. Don't you understand that? I mean, how would you feel if your son just suddenly disappeared?
Yes, all right. I feel you're getting excited, Barbara, and you don't need to. You really don't need to. Of course you were concerned. But if you want us to believe that you think that Tommy would be safe with you, how, as a matter of fact, over 3 weeks ago, you almost ran over him with a car.
It was an accident. He ran in front of me as I was pulling into the driveway.
So that wasn't your fault either.
Well, nothing happened. I stopped in time.
But didn't you then grab Tommy and yell at him?
I was hysterical. I was crying and hugging him. He would scared me to death.
And grabbing him, you hurt him, didn't you?
I didn't mean to.
Barbara, what are you trying to pull here? Nothing's your fault. You take responsibility for nothing. Yet you want responsibility for a son that you almost ran over and killed with your car and hurt. Oh, not that you wanted to. Was that the old PMS just acting up again?
I told you, I am not. I don't have PMS anymore.
Then why are you still violent?
I am not still violent, damn it.
No further questions, Your Honor.
You may step down, Mrs. Lawrence. Thank you. The next witness, please, Miss Martin.
I call Dr. Geraldine Parks.
Very well.
Promotional consideration has been paid by the following. Flash finish from Jonelle. Dries nail polish in less than a minute as it hardens nail enamel. Trouble finding Jonelle? Call 1-800-44-JONELLE for help.
Dermalogica. Skin care that delivers maximum results in minimum time. At Dermalogica appointed salons nationwide.
Fendi brings tasteful elegance to any outfit with this 18-karat gold-plated watch featuring an all-leather band and dial adorned with their double F logo from Fendi.
What you got to do is make a phone call. 1-800
size now and lose all the weight you can for the price of a 10-pound program. Call 1-800-321-THIN.
Ever wonder what today holds for you? Or even tomorrow? Call Sydney Omar, the world's leading astrologer, for your personal forecast.
I'll provide insight into your personal relationships, love, money matters, lucky numbers, and your immediate future.
You have important choices to make. Call Sydney Omar at 1-900-288-2001. $2 per minute.
To improve the way you sleep for less money, get free fax by mail about the Craftmatic Model 2 adjustable bed. Look, this is the quality adjustable bed that actually costs 50% less than these quality nationally advertised brand name flatbeds. That's right, for 50% less than these quality flatbeds, you can sleep on a bed that adjusts electrically to all these relaxing positions. Read in bed, watch TV in bed, elevate your feet, support your back, and fall asleep in virtually ideal comfort, and at a price that's 50% less than the cost of these quality flatbeds. 50% less. Get our free catalog about this remarkable adjustable bed by mail.
Hi, I'd like your free catalog.
Call for a free catalog now. There's absolutely no obligation.
Call toll-free 1-800-231-4700. That's 1-800-231-4700. Call toll-free. Call 1-800-231-4700.
You could be our next big winner on Lucky Day USA. I'm John Davidson. We are giving away $25,000 a week in cash and prizes that you can win just by picking up your phone. Watch 6 great shows for 6 chances to win every weekday afternoon. Join me for Lucky Day USA. Weekdays starting at 2, 1 Central.
They told her it was the most secure building in the city. They were dead wrong. Kathleen Quinlan is Trapped, a USA world premiere movie. Saturday.
Wilder.
Good luck.
Corman. Pickens.
Ditto.
Kahn.
Oh.
Brooks. And Little.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Blazing Saddles on USA.
Saturday night at 8, 7 Central.
Miss Martin?
Please state your credentials, Dr. Parks.
I've been a resident physician in OB/GYN at County Hospital for 20 years. Barbara Lawrence has been my patient for 2 years. I diagnosed her PMS during a routine gynecological exam about a year ago.
Dr. Parks, report on Barbara Lawrence, plaintiff exhibit number 1.
Thank you.
Now, Dr. Parks, please tell us exactly what is premenstrual syndrome.
PMS is caused by increased levels of prostaglandin in the bloodstream around the time of a woman's period and fluctuations in the levels of estrogen and progesterone, which can cause fluid retention and increased pressure in the body's tissues, including the brain. This often results in the irritability and emotional instability associated with PMS, and seen to some extent in about half of all women.
Would you call Barbara Lawrence violent?
No. Anyone suffering from PMS may be subject to violent mood swings, but the problem is physiological and can be treated medically. I've put Barbara on a program of anti-inflammatory drugs to decrease the prostaglandin levels. Vitamin B6 supplements has also been effective with Barbara in alleviating her symptoms.
Is her PMS under control now?
Yes, completely. She can lead a normal life without any fear of the irrational episodes over which she seemed to have so little control.
Thank you, Doctor. No further questions.
Very well. Your witness, Mr. Tate.
Dr. Parks, can you clarify something for me? Since women have been having menstrual cycles for as long as they've been having babies, why am I only now just hearing about PMS?
Women have been complaining about emotional instability at the time of their periods for a long, long time. We've only recently identified the medical causes behind the symptoms.
But if I'm irritable and nervous and feel like smashing something or hitting somebody, that's not just PMS, is it?
No, but it doesn't mean you're crazy either.
Dr. Parks, a little over a month ago, did you not testify on behalf of a woman who was accused of child abuse who pled PMS as her defense?
Yes?
And wasn't your testimony discredited when the woman herself admitted that she had lied about having PMS to avoid conviction?
Yes, but my testimony as to the causes and the symptoms of PMS was
no further
accurate.
questions, Your Honor.
Very well, Counselor. You may be seated, Dr. Parks. Thank you very much. Any further witnesses, Ms. Martin?
No, Your Honor, the plaintiff rests.
Very well. Mr. Tate, your first witness, please.
Dr. James Lawrence.
Very well. Dr. Lawrence, let me remind you also, sir, that you were sworn in as this hearing began. You are testifying under oath.
Thank you, sir.
Very well. Go ahead, Counselor.
Why did you seek custody of Tommy at the divorce?
Well, I didn't want to lose my son any more than she did. I guess that's only normal in most divorces. But I felt that I couldn't leave Tommy alone with her, not even to go to the store, for fear of what she might do to him.
Are you still that same opinion?
Yes, because Barbara hasn't changed. She's always been like a time bomb, just waiting to explode. I hold my breath every time she takes Tommy for the weekend.
Since the divorce, what's the relationship been like between you and Barbara and Tommy?
You want to know something? The real reason Barbara wants Tommy is to get back at Kelly and me. She's using our son because she's jealous of Kelly and resents the fact that Tommy adores her. Barbara just can't stand the competition.
Move to strike the entire answer as speculation.
That's agreed. Strike that answer, please.
Well, can you explain how Barbara uses Tommy?
Well, I'll give you an example. Last month, she was late in picking up Tommy. 2.5 hours late. Because she knew that Kelly and I were leaving for a ski weekend and had a plane to catch. Now, we missed the plane, of course. And Barbara didn't even pretend to apologize. And when I pointed out that it was way past Tommy's bedtime and he was cranky, she just shrugged and said, well, he can sleep in.
Has Barbara ever been violent to Tommy?
Well, she's never beaten him up that I know of. But there's more than one way to be cruel to a child. Barbara overreacts. She always has. She has rules about everything, which is sometimes a little hard for a 3-year-old to understand. One time, Tommy came back from a visit with his mother in tears because she had screamed at him for sitting on her new sofa.
So what you're saying is that Barbara acts with unreasonable strictness toward the boy?
Objection, leading the witness.
Sustained.
Would you describe Barbara's handling of the boy?
Inconsistent, and that's what really frightens me. One weekend, Tommy will come back from a visit with his mother with new toys and things will be fine. The next weekend, he'll come back withdrawn and upset because she kept him in his room the whole weekend. Now, Barbara may be over her PMS, but she's still as erratic as ever. How is a kid supposed to cope with that? I tell you, I worry whenever Tommy's with her.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Very well. You're a witness, Ms. Martin.
Thank you. Dr. Lawrence, speaking as a doctor, I take it you don't give PMS much credibility for causing temporary psychological trauma.
Well, look, obviously women are bound to feel some differences in their body around that time. I'm just saying that Barbara has other, more serious problems. Psychological problems.
Have you ever treated your wife for these so-called psychological problems?
Well, I don't believe the psychiatrist should treat his own wife, so I sent her to one of my colleagues, a highly reputable therapist. I had hoped that he'd be able to give Barbara the help that she so obviously needed. But she came back and refused to ever see him again.
He tried to rape me. I told you that, James. You're lying.
Mrs. Lawrence, we've already heard your testimony, and I must insist that you maintain a respectful attitude in this courtroom. Very well. Go ahead, Counselor.
Was that the extent of your concern for your wife's problems? One visit to a psychiatrist's office?
Apparently she doesn't want my help.
What about your son? Didn't he want your help either? Is that why you didn't even bother to take his temperature when he was sick with a strep throat?
Well, I thought Kelly was going to handle that.
And
I was all...
what about when Tommy was kidnapped by one of your own patients, Mrs. Babcock? Do you deny responsibility for that, too?
Of course not. But I had no idea that Mrs. Babcock was so disturbed.
Really, Dr. Lawrence? Then it seems you're not only not a good father, but not a very good psychiatrist either. No further questions.
You may step down, Dr. Lawrence. Thank you, sir. Call your next witness, Mr. Tate.
Kelly Andrews.
Which door do you choose?
You've won $200.
Oh, I won!
You've just won $200.
Yes!
Hi, I'm Monty Hall. Remember all the fun we had playing Let's Make a Deal on TV? Now you can play right over your touch-tone phone.
That's right. Call 1-900-860-4332. Win great prizes up to $200 instantly.
It's fun, it's exciting, you can win with every call.
You've just won $200.
I won! $1.95 per minute. Average call, 4 minutes.
How to make the most of a chocolate craving.
Mom, you know what I'm thinking?
You're thinking what I'm thinking?
Brownies!
Only Duncan Hines Double Fudge Brownies gives you both chocolate fudge in the batter and a packet of extra fudge. So you get chewy chocolate double fudge brownies.
Know what I'm thinking?
These are delicious?
Know what else?
Okay.
How to make your moist, delicious Duncan Hines.
Time magazine called him the master funny man of the age. Now, for the first time ever, the legendary king of comedy and music is captured on video in the best of Victor Borge.
Pardon me, madam, are you laying eggs?
Recorded live, this collector's edition of Priceless Comedy is a must for every Victor Borge fan. It's the incomparable Victor Borge in his best love, most heartwarming comedy performance of all time. The best of Victor Borge on VHS is only $19.95 plus $3.95 postage and handling. To order your personal copy, you must act now.
Continue, Mr. Tate.
How do you get along with Barbara Lawrence?
Well, I try to get along with her, but I never know what to expect.
Can you explain just what you mean by that?
Sure. Like the time I was trying to make Tommy's oatmeal, and she hovered over the stove telling me I was putting in too much salt, and I wasn't stirring it right. Then, out of the blue, she grabbed the spoon and she hit me with it.
Where?
Right on my collarbone. It really hurt. I mean, there was no reason for her to do that.
Miss Andrews, have you ever experienced PMS in the way that Barbara has described it?
No. Sometimes I feel a little under the weather around that time, but it's no excuse to act crazy. I hate women who blame things on PMS. I take responsibility for my actions.
Barbara has said that you neglect Tommy.
Well, that just isn't true. I love Tommy. He's crazy about me. Jim and I are getting married because we want to make a happy home for Tommy.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Very well. Cross-examine, Ms. Martin.
Miss Andrews, you say that you take responsibility for your actions. Do you take responsibility for leaving Tommy alone with a fever?
It wasn't as serious as she said
And
it was.
where were you when Mrs. Babcock kidnapped Tommy?
He was only gone for a couple of minutes before I noticed something was wrong. That could have happened to anybody. Could have happened to Barbara.
You say Barbara Lawrence has attacked you for no reason, but isn't it true that you constantly provoke her?
No, I never do that.
When she hit you with the wooden spoon, hadn't you first shoved her out of the way and knocked her on the floor?
I may have given her a little nudge, but it's my kitchen. Can't stand her always telling me what to do. It's not her house anymore.
Ms. Andrews, Dr. Lawrence has testified that Tommy is sometimes difficult to deal with when he returns from weekends with his mother.
That's right.
What's Tommy's reaction every Friday evening when his mother comes to pick him up?
Well, that depends.
Answer the question, Ms. Andrews. Isn't Tommy happy to see his mother?
Well, yes, but he's also happy to be back home where he belongs, too.
No further questions.
Very well, Counselor. Thank you. You may step down, Ms. Andrews. Thank you. Any further witnesses, Mr. Tate?
The defense rests, Your Honor.
Very well. I'll hear closing arguments. Ms. Martin?
It's been demonstrated that Barbara Lawrence has suffered from a hormonal imbalance that caused her to experience erratic behavior. That condition is now completely under control. Any irritation or ill will she has shown in recent months can be attributed to the natural feelings of a mother deprived of her son and her frustration at the obvious lack of concern displayed by Dr. Lawrence and Kelly. Barbara Lawrence has her health, a good job, and she loves her son very much. She has the right to custody and the chance to make a home for her son.
Very well, Mr. Tate.
If Barbara Lawrence would have us believe that her erratic behavior was caused by a disease from which she is now cured, she should have used at least some control in this courtroom. But her behavior today is the same as it was 2 years ago. And the court's decision should be the same, to award custody of Tommy to his father for his health and safety.
Thank you both. I'm calling a short recess, and I will return and give you a decision in just a few moments.
What can the Ocean Spray Cranberry do that no other taste can do? Hit it, boys.
Bow, bow, bow.
Sweet tart.
Sweet tart.
Sweet tart.
Ocean Spray Cran drinks. It's amazing what a little cran can do.
Bow, bow, bow.
I feel on this side of my head, I feel a tingling, like Denorex is working to get rid of my dandruff.
What does the Denorex tingle tell you?
With Denorex, I can feel the itch being relieved. It makes my hair feel clean and healthy.
Denorex shampoo and conditioner has strong medicine to fight dandruff and its itch, plus conditioners to leave hair healthy looking and manageable.
The Denorex tingle tells me that I don't have to be embarrassed about flakes or itch anymore.
Denorex with conditioners, the dandruff shampoo you can feel working.
With 5 powerful cleaning agents, Fantastic not only outcleans all others on greasy kitchen dirt, it's the perfect do-it-yourself cleaning kit for almost every surface in your kitchen and bath. 5 Cleaner Fantastic. More power, more places.
I used to be on the pill, but who wants to think about birth control every day?
Semisid contraceptive inserts contain the spermicide doctors recommend most.
I only use it when I need it.
Semisid, birth control that you control.
Magenta Heart novels are so realistic that characters just leap off the page.
Whatever I write, it happens.
And kill.
She was strangled getting into her car.
He's doing it. He's killing them.
But he's only real in your mind.
You can't get away from me! Morgan Fairchild.
Now we'll see who has a bestseller.
Writer's Block. A USA world premiere movie. Tomorrow night at 9, 8 Central.
Sometimes you're in the mood for, sometimes you want to see, and sometimes you just feel like, hey, it's on USA.
All rise.
Be seated, please. Barbara, the evidence today shows that you were indeed the victim of a valid medical complaint some 2 years ago. And you've taken intelligent steps to find a cause and a cure for your problem. And I believe you now have your life in order. Dr. Lawrence, the evidence presented here today also shows that neither you nor Ms. Andrews have exhibited sufficient interest to be responsible for a 3-year-old child. You've been careless and irresponsible on too many occasions. So I'm giving Barbara custody of her son. You and Ms. Andrews will have liberal visiting privileges, but these will be curtailed if there's any evidence of mistreatment or neglect. Now, Barbara, I will want to review your case in 6 months, and I'll expect you to continue your treatment for PMS and to justify my faith in you by providing Tommy with the loving and stable home that every child deserves. Good luck to you. This court stands adjourned.
A troubled girl is trapped on the other side of her looking glass. Shari Belafonte stars on Beyond Reality tonight at 7:30. Now, the courtroom drama continues with Superior Court next on USA.